This is Irene with unshakencandleco. Just wanted to show you kind of what we sell. So we sell candles, sell wax flower melts in a mug and wax melts. There's some more. I have some massage oil candles there. They are faith-based. So they have Bible verses. Jimmy makes tallow soap, all natural. We have some tallow balm that Jim also makes, all natural, great for the skin. I love it. And we are at the last Martha's Market today. Look at all these vendors. They are all so awesome. Hi guys, this is Irene with Unshaken Candle Co. This is my first ever video that I'm going to post like this. I am very camera shy and I get really nervous. So if I'm doing things like touching my hair a lot or saying a lot, this is my first time ever and it's gonna get better, I swear. I'm just nervous. But I wanted to tell you guys, I am reflecting on today, on the events of today. It's been a full day. We had our last market, Martha's Market here in Frederick. And I was just reflecting on how blessed we are and how everything has come to where it's at now. The way it started, Jimmy, my son, started making tallow products. He wanted to know exactly what went on his skin, and he wanted all natural. So he started making his own tallow balm, and then he started dabbling into making cold processed soap. That is, I could never do that. I am not patient enough to wait 4 weeks for something to cure and then use it. But he is great, and he started doing that. And he said, Mom, I want to sell these at a farmer's market. You need to find something to do so that we can do it together. What mother on their right mind rejects something like that from a son? 19-year-old son who wants to spend time crafting and selling stuff at farmers markets. Not me, not this mother. So I had a coworker also who was going to retire, and I thought, okay, I will make her some flowers, some candle flowers. And my very first time, they were awful. I'm sure she appreciated it, but she didn't know how awful they were. But they came from me and they came from my heart. And that made me fall in love with making wax, candles, wax, flowers, wax melts. And here we are today. We just finished Martha's Market. And it was my first ever time selling at a farmer's market. So Sarah, the coordinator, was great. She taught me the ropes. She was just there every step of the way. And now we are signed up for farmers markets, craft shows all through the end of the year. Check out the webpage. There will be an events page, and you can find us where we're going to be for the rest of the year. But I'm so excited, and I wanted to thank everybody who was part of this amazing community of Martha's Market. I wanted to thank everybody, the little girls that came looking for stuff for their parents, the older couples that came in, the older people, young people. It was amazing. Today I had this little girl in my booth. She must have been, maybe 10, all by herself. She said, my mom needs a present. What is the cheapest thing you have? Because everything looks so pretty. And I said, well, I have this and I have this. This would be great. It's $15. She looked at me and she said, I only have $11. That just filled my heart with just immense joy, and that she was trusting me with her small budget, which was big budget for her. It was her tooth fairy money that she wanted to spend on her mom. So we found her something great. She ended up buying a wax melt peony for her mom that smelled like white sage lavender. And she was just so happy to be able to give her mom a present, and she chose it herself. And of course I gave her an amazing deal, half of what it usually was, because my heart was just overwhelmed, and I was just happy to help her. So she walked away with a present for her mom, and she was just so ecstatic and so happy. And then I had an older couple who came in, and they smelled something, and it automatically transported them back to their wedding. They had dahlias in their wedding 50 years ago. And they opened up that bag of wax melts, and it smelled like dahlias, and their eyes just locked. I'm getting teary-eyed because it was just amazing. So those experiences, it just makes me so happy. So I'm very thankful for every person that I got to meet, who were customers, who were just stopping by to say hi also. And I am so thankful for the vendors also. I met amazing vendors. Erin, she is another candle maker that's here in the city, and I learned a lot just from talking to her. And it's just amazing, people who make bread, people who make jewelry. It's just so great, and I'm so happy. But at the end of the day today, right before we packed up, my son looked at me and said, "Where do you want this all to go? What is the end goal for all of this?" And my heart it just went straight to, I love doing this. I love all of this, and I would love for it to be something big. And I'm getting a little teary-eyed just thinking about it. Something that I do full-time. I would love to do that. And I think I'm going to work towards that goal. I know it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of effort, but I want to get there. And also watching my son grow from his very first market, where he was kind of like weary talking to people about his product, to now just talking, answering questions, talking to people. Just watching him grow in his skills makes me so, so happy. He talked to somebody today about a wholesale opportunity, and that it just shows how much he's grown, where he's able to communicate, and it just makes me so happy. My mama heart is happy. Knowing that my kids are doing good and they're good people makes me happy. So I want to share this journey with you, and I want to share my reflections, where we go with our small business, unshakencandleco. If you don't know, it is based on Psalm 16:8. If you go read it, it says, "I stand unshaken because the Lord, is right by my side." So we are going to make this happen. And I want to share this journey with you, and I want to just document. It'll give me skills to be in camera and to be able to improve my speech, because I get very nervous. So it'll help me in every aspect of my life. So hopefully you guys will join me in this journey, and I will share stuff once in a while. So again, thanks to everybody who joined, who came today to Martha's Market, to every single person that came and bought from me, little kids to older people, to every single person that just stopped and said hello. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I hope to see you guys again next Martha's Market season, or if you go find me at another one of our markets in the coming months. So thank you so much for listening, and good night.